Harvesting of mulberry. So, what is harvesting? What is the definition of harvesting? Harvesting is the gathering of mulberry leaves to suit the stages of worms in order to get good quality cocoons. So, for introductory part, it is possible to harvest. For harvesting, it is possible to harvest leaves 5 to 6 times in a year. Generally, the leaf yield is more in first 3 harvests during rainy season and comparatively less during the winter and summer season. In rain-fed irrigation or in rain-fed cultivation, near about 10,000 metric tons of leaves from rain-fed garden are harvested and near about 30,000 to 35,000 metric tons leaves are harvested from irrigated cultivation per hectare per year. It is important that the leaves should be harvested at the correct stage of maturity to suit the stage of worms, otherwise the quality of cocoon will be poor. Harvesting method or collecting method of mulberry leaves can be classified into 3 types. First one is the branch cutting or shoot cutting method. Second is leaf plucking method. Third is bud plucking method. Now, the first one is branch cutting method. In this method, the branches are cut close to the base. One of the type of this method is collecting all the branches before budding in spring. The new shoots formed in this are utilized. In another method, the collection is made during the rearing of mature silkworms in spring. In recent times, the practice of rearing on mulberry shoot throughout the year is becoming more and more popular. Second is leaf plucking method. In this method, only the leaves are plucked from the stems and the branches. There are various types of plucking the leaves. For example, the leaves are plucked leaving behind a part of leaf blade. In another method, the leaves are plucked close to the center of the stipule, either by finger or by using leaf plucker. In third method, leaves are plucked by hand at random. Since a large amount of leaves are required for rearing to grow up the silkworms, the third method is often adopted. Now, the third one is bud plucking method. In this method, all the buds, that is young leaves, are plucked from the shoots, and this method is adopted for rearing young silkworms in summer and autumn. Branch cutting and shoot harvest method saves labor in picking leaves and distribution, bed changing and cleaning. It also minimizes the number of trays and shelves. The silkworms are fed on the floor itself, placing them on cardboard or even paper. However, a large rearing space is required in this case. The leaves remain fresh for as long as on branches. Image showing the leaf plucking method. Now, what is the advantages of shoot harvest method? First advantage is the leaves remain fresh on branches. Second advantage is the labor is reduced to extent of 50%. Then the third is for every kg of cocoon producing, there is a saving of 2 to 3 kg of mulberry leaves. Fourth one is the production of better quality and quantity of cocoon is ensured. Fifth one is production of more organic manure. Sixth one is since the worms are not often touched by hand and the excreta of worm is collected at the bottom, there will be reduction in diseases. Seventh one advantage is there is no scope for bed changing and cleaning. And eighth one advantage is there is a good scope for better aeration and light in the rearing house. But this process shoot method have also the disadvantages. There are 4 disadvantages. In that, first one is initial expenditure is high for the sericulture. The second one is for silkworm rearing 30% or more space is required. The third disadvantage is every time the silkworm are reared, there will be pruning, hence material for replanting will not be available. Fourth one disadvantage is, according to some expert, when the disease occurs, it will be difficult to remove the disease worm. Now, time of leaf harvest. In leaf harvest, leaves harvested in afternoon contain comparatively less moisture and wither rapidly as compared to leaves harvested in early morning, because the fact that is the process of photosynthesis and transpiration are active during the daytime. Therefore, early morning is the most suitable time for the leaf harvesting. Now, how to preserve the leaves? Fresh leaves are more palatable and nutritious for the silkworm. Therefore, the leaves of young worms should be kept in basket lined and covered with wet cloth. If the leaves of good quality are to be fed to the grown-up worm, it should be stored in wooden frame container measuring about 1.5 meter into 3.0 meter into 0.8 meter size, means length, breadth and width, lined and covered with wet gunny cloth. The leaves should be kept loosely and turned for aeration to prevent the rise of temperature within the heap of leaves. The cut shoots should be kept in erect position with cut end upwards and covered with wet gunny cloths. After that, there are ways to arrest the deterioration changes in the stored leaves, as their long storage results in lowering the qualitative values. Then, the ideal condition to preserve the leaves is at the temperature below 20 degrees Celsius with 90% relative humidity. Therefore, heaping up of leaves must be avoided as it leads to fermentation and the consequent degradation of chemicals within, resulting in the reduction of nutritional value and palatability. Now, the figure showing wood leaf chamber for the preservation of leaves. Thank you.